is Saturday, April 25th, 2009, and this is one of those videos. If you don't know what I mean by one of those videos, there was times in the past, before I did Veda, where I would make a video and I'd have trouble doing it because I'd either get really mad and I'd screw up, or I would, I'd go over 10 minutes and it would be too long, so I had to, like, delete it. But what happens is when you record the same video a lot of times, like, many times, you kind of forget what you've done in the current take. You're like, wait a minute, what did I say? And I don't have it scripted, so it's not like I can just be like, oh, all this stuff. So, yeah. I'm going to try to do this in order. So, I finish exams on Monday, and I'm going home on Monday. I need to pack up tonight, so I'm taking down all of my small posters today. The large posters are staying up until I leave, and I'm going to be doing some packing tonight. I'm very excited for going home. I'm happy to see the year end. I'm going to miss my friends, but I need a break. As we all know, I'm going to Newfoundland in a few weeks. I need to call home and figure out exactly what the plan is with that. But yeah. So today what I decided I wanted to do my Veda video about was hair. It ended up, I've talked about it so long that it ended up being like 11 or 12 minute videos without the credits. So I'm going to try doing this in a really short version. So I got up this morning and I wanted to just pull my hair back in a hair clip, which, magically, I was able to do. Now, I know this might not seem that amazing for everyone else, but as you all remember, I had my hair uneven. I'm going to use my current bangs as an example, where it was really short on one side and really long on the other. And eventually that grew out and it looked really gross, so I cut it so it was even. And when I cut it so it was even, they kind of buzzed the back of my neck, and it was insanely short. Like, I couldn't just grab my hair back. It just, like, was cruds of hair that just, I couldn't get back, pulled back at all. And I've been trying to grow it out, and it's been getting longer, and I've, you know, been keeping up with my layers, but I can still now pull it back and have it back with only a couple of pins to keep it up, and then, of course, just the clip. So I'm really happy about that, because it's been a really annoying situation when I just, you know, I want to just get my hair off of my face, and I can't. It really does get that rather annoying. Mental note, I need to get more headbands like this one, the one with the teeth, because I've got the pretty ones, the ones that are just, you know, ones where, like, I put my bangs forward and then I put the hair clip on, but I can't do that with, like, to pull back my hair, because the hair just kind of slides out from underneath it, which doesn't do me any good. So the other thing I want to talk about hair was hair color. So once again, if you've watched my video for a really long time, I've changed my hair color a lot, but and it's been, like, huge major changes, but it wasn't always that way, and I wasn't really supportive of dyeing your hair multiple times or whole head. When I was in grade 8, I got, like, stain layers, which basically stain is something kind of like semi-permanent dye, but instead of just washing out, it actually stains everything. Like, it touches your face, and it gets on your face, and it gets on your hands, and it gets on your clothes, and it gets on everything, and you actually end up having, like, a blue face. It's sucky. And then after that, I got, like, highlights and stuff, and then right before university, I got this really cool thing where it was, like, blonde, a little bit of blonde, and then a little bit of red, and then it was my natural hair, kind of looked like fire, and that was kind of cool. And then in December of that year, I did the red and the brown. If you go back to Death Bay, you can see that. And then, of course, I ended up dyeing my hair blue, which I really loved. I'm not going to get into the big, long story of that. I think I already explained that story back in the video where I first dyed my hair. And then what happened was that grew out, and a little bit, like, about that much. So this was my natural hair color, and then from below down, it was blue for, like, the whole of my hair. So I didn't want to, like, I couldn't just cut it out. My hair wasn't short, it wasn't long enough for that. So what I ended up doing was I ended up dyeing it over with black, and then a bunch of other stuff happened, and I've dyed it like a trillion times. And I promised myself I'll never dye it again. Ever. Like, I will maybe get tips and stuff, like something like kind of cool, maybe do the fire thing again, but I'm never actually gonna dye my whole head again. So on that note, I'm starting to get white hairs. My mom started getting white hairs when she was, like, 15, and either her uncle or her grandfather or her grandfather turned completely white by the time he was 19, so I'm just kind of waiting to see how fast my hair turns completely white. The thing is, I wouldn't mind having just completely white hair. It wouldn't bug me. I just don't want to end up having, like, random chunks of white hair, like, just, like, this part is white, but everything else is brown, and no, this part is white, and everything else is brown. I don't want to end up having, like, white hair on the top and brown on the bottom. Like, I don't want it to be, like, a weird mixture of my natural hair color and the white. I'd like it to, like, you know, just progress naturally and, like, evenly. I don't want it to be, like, chunky and weird, because, oh, that would just be bad. I am not going to dye over the white hairs, because the thing is, I like my natural hair color. I really think it's nice, and I don't see any point in, like, just trying to cover up the gray hair, because, I mean, dyeing your hair a lot will mess it up, and obviously I don't want to mess up my hair any more than it has been in the past. So this is my video about hair. I don't know. I have actually stated to multiple people that if my hair ends up getting really white but it's uneven, I will bleach my hair and then get white dye and just turn my hair white. And if you're wondering what white dye is, it's after you bleach your hair, if you put white dye over it, it's kind of like if you had like a beige wall and then you put white paint over it, it would like be like, ooh, it's really white. But if you put like white paint over like black, of course the white might not show up as well. Like you need to do a couple of layers for that to work. So anyways, I'm not exactly sure about that. I didn't have much else to talk about. So tomorrow when I update, there will be no small posters on the wall and we'll all be very sad. So anyways, have a good day. I'll talk to you later, and tell me what you think I should do about my bangs. Bye. And I'm not growing them out. I am not. I have had them grown out. I don't like having them grown out. I like having something like this. I just want to know what you think I should do. Alright, bye.
Well, I am just a Tuesday in a world of Friday nights, and I get choked up on the foreground. No, I never get it right, or not with one foot on the fence, not with both to one side. Where's your memory when you've made up your mind?